Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'm going to do an update to the story I covered last week, all about the guy whose ex-wife actually, thinks that life's a Hallmark movie, and by her coming back to the small town and reuniting with him, that she'll get a second chance. Well, not happening. As you recall, that's a guy who got married ridiculously young at 23 years old. His girl was 21. And she was his, childhood best friend or friend. First love, first lay, all that type of thing. And he thought things were good. And then one day she comes home and is packing her bags and informs him that she'd been cheating with her coworker. And she's leaving him. And boom, she's gone, moving in with that guy the next day. Breaks this guy's heart. However, our guy was strong, moved on, got himself a great job where he's working around the world, working in Romania, dating and hooking up with foreign chicks, got himself in great shape. He's in a great place. He's 32 years old now. Comes home for Thanksgiving, and guess what? Guess who's back in town? His ex. Except her life isn't going so well. She's now 30, living with her mom and dad. The guy that she left him for was obviously a piece of crap. And she's now trying to rekindle things. And as you can imagine, not happening. But this guy, his family, his mom and sister, are pressuring him to listen to her, hear her out, give her another chance, that type of crap, because they're friends with her family. It's ridiculous. And then where it ended, the guy was kind of debating the issue, and I told him, don't go see her. You don't owe her anything. You don't owe your mom and sister anything. The mom and sister just are hoping to, get you guys back together because the families are friends, all that. I don't care about your feelings. So we're going to pick up where his update here, what he decided to do and handle things and all that. So, by the way, shout out to GA for informing me of this update. He says here, "Hi all, I'm apparently known as the Hallmark Christmas movie guy. I think you saw my video. I'm currently writing this from Iceland. I have some friends that I met while doing some consulting work here. This time of the year, the days are very short and the northern lights are visible. Iceland is on my list. Any of you guys been to Iceland? Let me know in the comment section some tips and suggestions. I've heard it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be cloudy and rainy for the foreseeable future, so I'm out of luck with the Aurora Borealis. We are doing a Christmas pub crawl, among other things, and the city I'm in is very single-friendly during the holidays. After I posted my story, for the next couple of days, my mom and sister kept bugging me until I caved. Smack! Come on, dude. You don't want to meet your ex, then you don't have to meet your ex. It's none of your mom and sister's fucking business. I know. I made it clear to them that I had no intention of getting back together with Sarah and that I was pissed that they thought there was a chance that I'd get back together with someone who stabbed their son and brother in the heart. You'd think mom and sister would be protective of him. No, they don't give a shit because they're all about the small town and the friendships. They're more important than the son. And of course, they know better. Finally, I told Sarah I'd meet her at the playground at our old school. Smack! Why? Why? Now, if you're going to handle yourself like a boss, then we can applaud you later, but still, there's no point. We're in a very small town, so there's only one school. It's K through 12. When we met up, I told her up front that I'm just here as a favor to our parents and my sister. Okay, by you telling her this, now she's thinking, okay, I really got to increase the waterworks and the manipulation tactics and all that. So she acknowledged that, and we engaged in a little small talk. I'd be like, no, cut to the chase. I got things to do and have small talk with you about, the newest series on Netflix. She told me that she had started following me on social media. I've since made it friends and family only. And she saw how I'd been all over the world and even commented on the girlfriends I had in Romania. I told Sarah her name was Monica, and we had a great time together. Stalking your social media, huh? Of course. She sees the great life you have and the great life that you can give to her. She then started in with all the juicy stuff that I wanted to hear. Unfortunately, it wasn't very juicy. Just regular, boring relationship crap. She started living with the guy, and it quickly became apparent that once she was with him, the relationship went from exciting affair to a regular humdrum relationship. Shocker. She said that she knew the forbidden sparks were gone the first time she had to pick up and launder the guy's skid-marked underwear. Yep, she left me for a guy that was barely toilet trained. But he was older, but he was charming. He gave her the butterflies. This is obviously events that happened 7 years ago. Skid-marked underwear guy, huh? She said that she was in denial, that she couldn't have thrown me away for a guy who was no good, so she doubled down by marrying him. Female logic right there. This guy was obviously a loser, wrapped up in something looking nice, and so she decided to go marry him just to prove everybody wrong. Sarah was always very stubborn. He was apparently a good salesman and earned a lot of commissions, but he was really bad with money. Well, and apparently really bad at wiping his ass, too. They had a lot of fights about money and household chores, and finally she caught him cheating with a coworker. Oh, the irony. That's funny, because in the original story, this dude was her coworker, and she was cheating on the dude telling the story with her coworker, and now the coworker's cheating on her. Doesn't she think that a cheater's going to cheat on her? Karma, asshole. She left him with a wrecked credit score. He's one of these losers that makes a lot of money and still is terrible with it and screws up his credit score, her credit score. She was pregnant with his kid at the time, but she got the procedure, trying to avoid the filters here. This is something that no one in our families know about. She's been living with her parents and working at the same feed store her dad works at. Oh my God. This is how I feel bad for the child, obviously, but other than that, karma, karma, karma. And look where this guy is in the world today. Look where he is. Now, would he be in the same place today if he stayed married with her? Probably not, which is an indication why you guys should not get married so young. When you're young, you should be working on your grind, your purpose, and all that. Girlfriends are dead last. Get some experience if you're a relationship guy, but they're still dead last. I think this is hilarious. Here we go. She said she wanted to reconnect with me due to the fact that we were childhood friends and had been each other's best friends for 17 years, and she missed me. She left out a very important factor here, that, oh yeah, they were married, but no, she's focusing his attention on the positive stuff, the childhood stuff, but not the fact they were married, and guess what? That ended because she was cheating on him. She started on about how much therapy she'd been through, and she's a completely different person right now. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She's manipulating you. She's telling you what you want to hear. She's put on the whole song and dance so you can give her a better life. She's no different. She wants me to know how much she cares about me and that the girl I was best friends with is still there, blah, blah, blah. I can't even write this manipulative shit out anymore. See, he knows. He absolutely knows she's full of shit. You have a good life. Her life sucks. That's the only reason. If this chick met a guy that could provide for her, or her life was better, that she wasn't living with her parents at 30, and she wasn't, working at the same feed store that her dad was. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those things if you're in a tough situation, but you get my point, guys. She had no interest in this guy. I guess I'm not the nice guy anymore. I didn't want to start any kind of beef with her family and mine, so I just told her that I also changed since she dumped me. I told her that when I touch something and get burned, I don't touch it anymore. That's a good line. I told her it's great that she worked on herself, but some new guy, an idiot, will have to benefit from that. Yep, some new sucker. Remember, guys, from the first story, she's now 30 years old. The desperation is full on now. And by the way, from the first story, when they happen to run into each other at that place in the small town, I guarantee this dude's mom and sister tipped her off. When I look at her, all I see is her crying, telling me she's leaving me, holding a proverbial knife with blood all over it. In my mind, she's a person who says, honey, I love you, but I also love stabbing. No thank you, ma'am. I told her if we got together, the resentment would make me treat her like crap all the time, and she didn't want or deserve that. Nice. I told her good luck in her future endeavors, and I hope she keeps up with her changes, and I'll have to leave to go to Iceland for Christmas. He says, yes, I was bragging. She was tearing up and trying not to let me see her cry, and I pretended not to notice. I was annoyed when I first read the story, like, oh great, he's going to go meet up with her. But the fact that he's acting so indifferent towards her, and hey, this ain't going to happen, blah, 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 it's funny. My dad was disappointed that I caved my mom and sister. Well, I don't blame your dad. He made it like I failed the test of manhood. I told my mom and sister not to expect any wedding bells or grandchildren or nephews anytime soon. My brother called me a SIMP, and so I had to wrestle with him. He got me in a headlock. The guy's getting too big and held back too much. Yeah, you should have met with her, and I get your dad being annoyed about that and everything, but at the end of the day, you met with her and you handled it well when you met with her. Her bullshit, her Jedi mind trick didn't work on you. And you got to rub the salt in her wound. So I left for Iceland the next day, and I'm still here until the new year. I'm headed to Budapest for a follow-up project. Sarah is not invited. So there you go. And I'm going to get in the comments in a section, but good for him. This could have gone very badly, but this goes to show you, this guy, he made mistakes. He got married too young. He put her on the pedestal, treated her like the queen, and look how she treated him. But he recovered from all the hurt. He got his life together. He was hitting the gym and running and powerlifting and all that. Got a good career. I mean, how cool is that? This guy's 32 years old. His prime's just beginning. He gets to travel around the world for work. You know, he's met some nice-looking chicks and had like these temporary girlfriends in Romania and Iceland and all that. This is awesome. You know, he's a catch. And this is what a lot of guys can do. He has his choice with women. They're coming after him. And he can be like, no, thank you. But the younger him never would have done this to this ex. So even though he should have met with her and all that, because, you know, the whole closure crap. You know, the only closure should be going on, really, is that these girls should close their goddamn legs and not cause these problems. But it is what it is. And I would tell his mom and sister, I don't ever want to hear about her again. No, I'm not fucking kidding, mom and sister, ever again. I did this thing. I should have done it, but I did it. I don't ever want to fucking hear about her again. And if you do, we're not going to be talking for a while. And if you think I'm serious, remember, I'm the guy that lives in Romania a chunk of the year, or in Iceland, or wherever the fuck I'm going next. Period. And Dad, didn't want to disappoint you, but I did what I did. But this is how I handled it. And that's it. Be your own man. Because remember, women respond to strength. And if he acts strong with his mom and sister, eventually they will respect that. They may not like it, but they'll at least respect it and see this guy has balls. But that's going to take a while because he did cave to what they wanted. So I say good for him. But anyhow, that's a quick update. It wasn't very long, but I know a lot of you guys watched the video and wanted to hear what happened to this dude. And it's funny how he mentioned in the beginning the Hallmark guy, because he obviously must have saw my video. So, bro, good for you. Shout out to you. Now a few comments before I wrap this up. One guy says, your mom and sister are huge a-holes. I keep them on an information diet. Personally, the relationship would be different from this point on forever. They didn't respect your no. Prioritize someone that hurt you, and then they wanted you to get back with her. But shout out to you and your shiny spin. Happy and proud of you that you didn't let Sarah weasel her way back into your life in any capacity, not even on social media as a follower. Good on you, seriously. Another guy says here, well, you gave her closure. She left you because she thought the other guy was better. She realized it's not the case. Started to lurk your social media, and finding you were doing great. Be assured that if that wasn't the case, she wouldn't give a crap about you. I love your sense of humor. Yeah, she's been stalking him on social media, seeing he's doing well, seeing he has beautiful women or girlfriends other side of the world, and she's like thinking, this guy can rescue me from my crappy life I've created. I love it. Nope, not happening to her. Another guy says, now it's time to set some hard lines with your sister or mom. No bringing her up to you, no pushing you guys to get back together. If they speak to you about her, tell them you will not engage in any conversation about your ex if they continue to, and you'll go low contact. They either respect your wishes or no longer be part of your life. Right? It's not like he's living in a small town, has to deal with his mom and sister. Mom and sister, I don't even want to deal with this bullshit again. I don't want to hear about her at all. Otherwise, hey, don't even bother to send me a fucking Christmas card. And last one, this guy says, well, there's a lack of empathy all around from your family. Your mom and sister should have pressured you. Your dad and brother should have shamed you. If anything, you did you. Sarah and everything clearly not involved a favor by clearing the air, setting boundaries, wishing the best, and providing a firm sense of closure. Happy holidays. Have fun in Iceland. There you go. So it's a good end of the story. I still think he should have met with her, but he did. But he handled it quite well. Alright guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, you find a good story to share, definitely send it my way. strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Just give me some time to get to it if it's a good one. And that also goes for longer stories on here or shorter stories on my other channel. If you haven't seen my other channel, it's called Hit the Bricks. It's specifically for shorter stories, typically around 8 to 10 minutes long. You know, because I know a lot of you like shorter stories, but also this channel is for the longer stories that usually range 15 minutes and on. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.